Okay, so for this project you're gonna need at least 3 meters, I have 4 here, of what will be the base of the bracelet. Gonna need 3 pieces of about 40 centimeters long. You're gonna need a buckle, and in this case I'm using a jig, so I also need a jig buckle. And as you can see, I have different colors here, which makes it very hard to confuse it all. So, if you haven't figured out the jig formula yet, it's fairly basic. I'll show you. My wrist is 19 centimeters all the way around, so I'll go put in 19, then I'll add parenthesis pi times 1.3. The 1.3 is the thickness of the bracelet. Then I get 23.08, so I'll just round that up to 23.1 centimeters, and I'll adjust my jig so that it goes to 23.1 centimeter. By the way, if there is any jig makers out there, please start adding centimeters to your jigs. This whole inch thing is horrible if you're a European or pretty much anyone who is living outside of the United States. Thank you in advance. Ran over. Okay, so I'm just gonna, from the start here, take my 2 ends, make sure that one is about 4 centimeters longer than the other. Run through my fingers as to make sure that there aren't any big loops or kinks and whatnot, like so. Take my bite. This is called a bite, by the way. And I'll take the one end of the buckle that I'm weaving on, push the bite through the hole in the buckle. I guess it's a loop. Let's call it a loop for now. And go over itself so you have made a cow hitch. Tighten that up. Take the right side of the cord and the end of that. Push it down through the buckle loop. Then you have created a big loop in the middle here. Pull that through, like so. Tighten that up. And push these together to make more space there. Then you take the end of the cord here, and then you want to go from the underside and up through the loop cord. And if you have some problems with that, which I have here, it's a good idea to just take a paracord needle or anything else and help push it through, like so. Woohoo, success. Then you pull it through this loop, down through this loop. And when you get these curls, you can simply spin the cord around and it will start making sense which way the cord will need to go. I'll need this one to go the opposite way, like so. And then tighten that up, like so. Put that in the jig buckle. And then on the other side here, go down through the hole. And over the strand, down through, then go from under and up, like so. Then you have created a big, sorry about that, then you have created a big loop here, which we're just going to make a bit smaller here, like so. Pull that through the loop as you did before. And then tighten the strand, grab hold of the loose strand and tighten even more, like so. Then you repeat on the other side. only you mirror it. So you go down. Again, if I register any curls or twists, I'm just gonna make one here so you can see. Then, as I pull, I will actually spin it to counter the twist. So tighten it up just a bit, up through here, over the working strand, and then take the end here, push this all down together, and then from the underside and up, and then through the big loop you have created. So the first time I did this pattern, it was for a bracelet for a freemason because they have some ritual with the checkered fall and whatnot. It could also be for a chess player. Now, you want to take the paracord needle here, twist it onto the cord. Then on the underside here, you will go down, find the bottom of the cow hitch. You can just manipulate it a bit to make some space for the paracord needle. It goes through here, up through there. Pull. And you do the same on the opposite side. So, coming from the center, going out through the side of the cow hitch. Like so. And then you pull. And again, I'm trying to counter any twists that I see as I go along. Because the twists are very tiresome to work with later on. I'm just gonna unscrew my needle here, like so. And now we have, which is called a 4-strand cord. It's called a lot of things, but anyway, that's what I call it. Then we have our 3 accent cord here, and we're gonna remove the core from it. So we're just, what we do is basically finding the core strands that stick out, and if they don't, we can just tickle it a little bit and they will stand out more. Then we can pinch the end of it, like so, and pull. Then we're gonna align these 3 strands. Yep, like so. They are underlined. They are more or less now. Melt. And don't worry about the discoloring, it will be hidden in the bracelet. Like so. And then for the other side, I'm just gonna tighten that up a bit. Now these you don't want to melt together, as you will be doing a weave on the weave. Just want to make sure they don't fray. Like so. Grab hold of the jig again. And then place the melted bit here, right there. And then I always go the right one under. The left one goes under the right one and over the course and through the loop on the right side. That's how I always start. Like so. And then you tighten that up. And actually, no. forgot one very important detail here. The middle one. The middle one will not be joining the other two for now. It'll go this way, and you'll see why. So, you tighten up, and then you make sure there are some space here. Like so. And then, as any other cobra weave, except you want to make sure that these switch places now. And then the left one goes under, the right one goes under the left and over it all and through the left loop. And then some careful arranging here to make sure that everything lines up good. And this is the part where you want to be meticulous and pay attention to detail, because you're doing a pattern here. See, the middle one goes down, the other ones go up, and then where did we come to? It would be this way, and this way. I always tighten up as I go, especially in the beginning, because the cord doesn't stay in place all the time. So we reverse it all again. Go over to the other side. And as you can see, we're starting to form a checker piece here. There. So the first time I did this pattern, it was for a freemason, because apparently there are some kind of ritual which involves a checkered floor. It could also be for a chess player, or it could be for a race car enthusiast. They also have this checkered flag that they use, and also it's just a very nice pattern, which is somewhat different than all the usual styles. If you want to stand out a bit. One could also, if one wished to, add something like this and then just weave it on the center straight. In this case I'm not going to be doing that, but you could. And that's what I like about having creative freedoms in my designing. As you might be able to see, this is wrong. I forgot a very important detail. Forgot to lift these up. So just correct that. And this is the part about paying attention to detail. Only if English isn't your first language, then it's hard to concentrate on the pattern and keep yapping to you guys. So from here on, I'm just gonna tighten it up a bit, and then I'm gonna speed this up, and I'll see you on the other side. So as we're nearing the end here, you want to really make sure that you have compressed like you want, and that is pretty unison, the pattern. You want to check up that you didn't make any mistakes, because once you've cut it and melted it and finished the bracelet, it'll be too late. really like the way this pattern looks. It's actually pretty nice. It could also be if you're living in, say, the United Kingdom, that you have a friend or a family member who's a Bobby. They might maybe appreciate a bracelet like this, although it's not the thin blue line design. If you want me to create a video on the thin blue line, let me know, I'll do it. I just haven't, because there are so many videos of that out there already. But feel free to write in the comments with any questions, anything you want to know, any patterns you want me to try and do, and I'll see if I can do them. If you have any challenges, those are also very welcome. I love a good challenge. So this will be, I believe, the final. Yes, it will be the final one. I'm just gonna pull back a bit here so that it fills out, like so. Now it's just a matter of finishing it up. I'll put the jig away. So, this might be the most challenging part, to make it look good as we finish it up. I'll take my paracord needle from before, and I'll start by melting the tip here, because if it's soft, then it won't be able to go into the needle, and we really want it to do that. Like so. Then we're just gonna press this through here in between the cow hitches. Then if we go to the back side here, then we want to just wiggle the needle down under the last pass, like so. And then it will disappear more or less. That's okay. And then we'll take one of the other strands, and I'll just see if I can get this to cooperate. And I could. Then I'll go over the last pass here into the middle and make sure that it goes on the right side of the middle strand. And then slowly work it out so that it doesn't become too... Actually, you know what? I might be able to do something a bit different here to make sure that it's even nicer. I'm just gonna try this, because if I'm able to put this between my center strands, that would be awesome. Because that would keep my lines. I'm just gonna take my marlin spike here, create some room for myself, bit of wiggle room, so to say. And I now have some wiggle room, so I take my needle, go on over here, through these core strands, like so, and that will keep this one in place. And I will take this one, and I'll do the same. Sorry about the phone call. I'll call him back in just a minute when I'm done here. And put that through the core strand, like so. Keep that in place. And I've made them all go under the last pass here. I'm just going to off the needle, like so. Now, I know some people cut on the sides here and melts. That's not aesthetically pleasing to me, so I'll just take my ends here and I'll go on the back side, pass them through the last pass so that they will line up with white strands here, like so. And don't worry, I'll tighten it up in the end. Actually, I don't need the needle for this. I could also just pull this pass here and then pull that through, as so. And then for my final, I'll take the 2 loops I've created here, hold on to them, pull it tight. Then I'll take and pull it even tighter and tighter, and then I'll pull them down. And I'll pull that tight as well. There we go. Make sure it looks nice. It looks about as nice as it can. Then I'm going to take my scissor. I'm gonna cut here. As such, I'll mold it. I used to use the end of my lighter to finish up my melts, but I recently got this marlin spike that I'm rolling down here. It gives it a nice texture here that fits the rest of the cord. Close it up as so. And we're done. So let's see if it fits, if the formula is correct. And it's a bit of a tight fit for me, but it does fit. Actually, I know now that I need to put in 1.4 in the common bracelets for this one. Just be aware that might be because the thickness of the bracelets has changed. 1.3 is usually fitting, but this is a bit larger and also thicker. And what I mean by thicker is this part here is thicker than usual. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did and you want to see more from me, do leave a like and a subscription and I'll make it happen. Until then, happy crafting!